Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, December 16th, and it is a cold one. It is about, I think, 15 degrees. Oh, somebody's... What's the matter, buddy? He doesn't like me talking to the camera. It's about 15 degrees out here, and I'm out checking on everybody, feeding everybody. Robin just got some fresh water. She's doing fine, and she definitely needs some food. And if we look in this bowl, there's a mouse getting in her cage. You can see how these seeds are shelled here, these sunflower seeds. Chickens do not shell their seeds, they just swallow them whole. So this tells me that a mouse has been wiggling through this little hole here. So this is an old rabbit hutch, and this little hole was for a water bottle to hang. And I should somehow close that off maybe, because there is a mouse getting in there, eating the seeds. Not that it's the end of the world. It doesn't eat much, I'm sure. But we don't want mice bothering her in her home. So we're out here. It is icy. And it is cold. But it is supposed to warm up by the end of the week and be in the 50s. So I think all the snow-covered ice will be gone by the weekend. So what we're going to do is go let these birdies out. Oop, I hear the little guys crowing. Ooh, the lovely sun rising. All right, what do we got? Here, we're gonna put Robin's bowl in my pocket. So we will, drop the cap. We will make sure they get a drink as soon as they come out. So I do not, and I've said this before, I do not keep water in the coop. It just sets up a bad situation of moisture that causes frostbite. Now these, I like the rubber waters because you can really bang them out. This is a plastic one, so I have to be pretty careful, especially in the cold, that I don't hit it too hard because it'll crack. But if I just tap it, there we go. Give it a tap, and that bangs the ice out. And we'll give them some water in here. I'm going to save a little bit for the bantams. And I'll come back with another jug. When I'm carrying the camera, I can only bring one jug out with me. So I only brought one. I got to come back. I mean, honestly, I'm going back and forth 100 times all day out here. All right, let's let these suckers out. Now I had intended, I brought a thermometer out with me, but it's just took it from the house. So it's saying 49.6. Obviously it's not 49.6. But I'm curious. I was gonna pop it in the coop and see. I should do that overnight, so when I wake up in the morning I can see how warm it is. But I will tell you that when you go in here in the morning, it feels much warmer inside than it does out here. But let's let these kids out. Hey, babes. There's still more in there. So the ducks are getting their drink, and the geese. And they've all pretty much gotten used to this weather, so. Woo! All right, let's give you some breakfast. Hello there, pretty lady. All right, we're gonna open the feed barrel here. All right, girls, let's go. Ooh. Who wants some food? There. Whoop. And honestly, I just throw some onto the ice. Just want to make sure everyone has equal opportunity to get breakfast without struggling with each other. And then I fill up one inside too, because I have a few girls who like to hang out in here. Right, ladies? And hello, chicken noodle. Ooh, and we already have some eggs in the coop. I'll get those in a minute. And my little sensitive bantams are in here. We're gonna put them out in their pen. Let's get these guys out. Oop. So the cap on my water has frozen while I was carrying these crates out here. Oh gosh. There we go. We'll make sure these little dudes. So I've been putting them in on the cold nights. I put them in the big coop. And then I bring them out here for the day. There we go. You got food, you got water. My little guy with a little bit of frostbite on the tips. I'm sorry, buddy. That's why if you live, well, any climate, I suppose, depending on where you live, if you're getting chickens, you should gear them to the climate you live in. So up here in the north, in the colds, in Maine, breeds that have small combs and heavier bodies are a better choice. And I didn't make that choice with a lot of these. My first rooster, Chicken Noodle, my main rooster from the beginning, was an accident. He was not supposed to be a rooster. It was supposed to just be hens. But, they can only guarantee about 90% accuracy on sexing chicks. So you often, if you get them at Tractor Supply or something, you're going to end up, you get 10 chickens, you're going to end up with one rooster, most likely mathematically. And the Sussex have a large comb, so his offspring also have a large comb. Now, luckily, these guys are doing really well, actually. This coop this winter has been, so far, nice and warm. And I have no frostbite issues with these fellas. Only with that one little bantam with the big comb. The other bantams are Easter egger. They're all Easter egger bantams, but he was just whatever. He has a throwback. The Easter eggers generally have a small pea comb, which lays close to their head and doesn't freeze very easily. So yeah, so if you're in the north, you want to get, larger breeds like Brahmas or Wyandottes or Rhode Island Reds or, I have the Sussex. They're a good winter breed. You don't want, Leghorns and things don't do as well. They're very slimly built and they have really large combs and wattles that freeze easily. Let's check on these eggs. Now, we got a lot more winter left ahead, so hopefully I don't run into any more freezing issues, but we'll see. So in here, nice clean nest box, I have one. So these are all from this morning, and this one's very cold, but not frozen. And here, I've got two, nice and beautiful and clean. Oh, and we have my sapphire gem. This lady lays the most beautiful big olive eggs. Oh, I got 2 nice brown ones. Any more? Any more? All right, she will be laying a green one in there, an olive green. I'll come get that later. And then the duckies, as usual, lay under here on the ground. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one's dirty. 8 eggs. So I'm gonna put those in my other pocket. Oop, did I crack that one? No, I guess not. So we'll put these in my pocket. Which, guys, if you have chickens, ducks, inevitably, if you put eggs in your pocket, guess what? You're gonna end up, unfortunately, with broken eggs in your pocket. It happens to me all the time, especially if you forget that they're in there. Oop. You get the ducks coming in. I might get a couple more duck eggs today as they come in, but generally, I think I've said this before, the ducks generally lay all their eggs in the morning. And the chickens kind of intersperse throughout. All right, so this dirty egg is going to be crow egg. And I'll just toss that into the snow. And as soon as I go in the house, the crows will show up and eat that egg. And just keeps them in the area, checking in, keeping any hawks away. Excuse me, ma'am, I gotta get some food here for Robin. I need to go to the feed store today. I'm almost out of food. These birds are eating me out of house and home, especially in this weather. All right, I've got a nice bowl of feed for Robin. Let's go give that to her, and I'll give Phil his egg if he's still outside. Generally, he waits for me to bring him his egg, but it is pretty cold today, so I don't know. I don't see him. And I see neighbor chickens hanging out. And I can show you what I was talking about with frostbite, because one of these poor neighborhood chickens, and I have tried to deal with this situation, but I can only do so much. So here we got this pretty little barred rock rooster that hangs out, and he seems good. I mean, I don't even know if these guys have a coop. They're just living life out here. But he hangs out under Robin's cage a lot because he likes to eat anything she spills. And I try not to feed them and encourage them to come over here, but I feel bad when it's cold, you know? And then this dude is the one I'm more worried about. This is a white leghorn rooster, and he's very flighty. I can't get much closer than this. But if you notice, his wattles, turn around there, pal, are really frozen. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Chick, chick. There we go, turn around. So if you see his comb and his wattles, how they're kind of black, they are gonna fall off. Oh, he's eating snow. He's probably thirsty. Yeah, so that's frostbite, and he's gonna be, it's not gonna kill him, but I'm sure it hurts. And he's gonna lose that tissue. It'll drop off and turn black and drop off. Let's go see what the piggers are up to. Little piggies. What do you girls need? Darren already fed them earlier. Let's see. Hey girls, look at you covered in straw. You buried yourself in there? Oh, so Darren, just a while ago, was out here and he gave them fresh food and water, but that's already frozen, pretty much. So I will come out with some, move that. Oh, you girls fighting now? I'll come out with some warm water for them. And a snack. You guys are always pushing each other around. And another thing I do is I like to watch the birds. I just love birds. So I have my bird feeders up. I've got my suet cake and my sunflower seeds. If you feed birds, not everyone likes to. If you're buying bird seed, I recommend you buy the black oil sunflower seeds. It's a lot of those mixed seed mixes you buy at the store are just basically garbage seed. Most of the birds don't even eat all that sorghum and a lot of the millet and things that are in there. The doves love it. Pigeons will love it. Quail, things like that. But most of your songbirds don't want to eat that kind of stuff. So the black oil is pretty much the most versatile seed you can get. It attracts the most number of birds. And it's very high in fat, which is what they need to keep warm in this weather. So if you're feeding the birds, I do recommend the black oil sunflower seed. Also, the suet cakes are great. And you can just use, oh, I see the crows coming. I don't think you're gonna be able to see this. It just landed over there by the apple tree. But yeah, they come really quick after I put an egg out. The crows come right out to get it. All right, I got the fresh warm water for piggies and a treat of some French bread. No, I mean sourdough bread. Darren's making a new loaf today. So this heel, oh, they smell it. Look, you smell that bread? I'm gonna give you some bread, hold on. There's your water. And then I have a chunk. Oh, here, Mr. Chicken, you want a piece of bread? I know, I said I wouldn't feed you, but here. You can eat that? All right. Here, piggies. Who wants some bread? Whoop! You want some bread?
Yummy.
Sourdough snack. Yay, they love it. Their pen is getting a little poopy in here, but it's frozen, so I can't really clean it. I think I'll get some. So normally what they would do is use the corners for pottying in, but they don't really like going out into the snowy, icy patch. They kind of been hanging out right here. And as a result, they've been using the bathroom closer to their house. And I've been putting down pelletized horse bedding that absorbs moisture, and eventually this is going to be a vegetable garden, so I kind of want the manure in here because it's going to amend the soil. We're going to mix it into the soil in the spring, but I don't want them having to walk in their own excrement, so I got to figure that out because they've been pooping close to their house. Do you like that bread? Oh, it's cold but sunny. Another really beautiful day. I think we'll take the dogs for a good walk today. And run some errands. I gotta go to the grain store. I gotta go to the grocery store. And the dogs need a walk. They didn't get one yesterday. All right, well, that was just a little update on a cold morning here in Maine. On our Vlogmas videos. I missed yesterday. I was kind of busy and didn't get to it. But thanks again for tuning in and watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and share and comment, and have a beautiful day. If you can get out into the sun today, wherever you are, I recommend you do it, even if it is really cold, because it just feels good getting outside. Have a beautiful day, everybody.